What's going on, guys? This is Riley Hextall with eXp Realty here, and I'm super excited today to talk to you about my success in my first year in real estate and everything that's happened within that time frame. So just to dive right in, back in January of 2023 was when I passed my broker's exams, and then in February of 2023 was when I signed on with eXp Realty. We are now in April of 2024, so I'm about 14 months into real estate, and I have since then closed 18 home sales, somewhere around 20 rental transactions, and I currently have 4 home sales pending. In the month of February of 2024, I was the number one producing agent in the state of Illinois for our brokerage. So that was out of roughly 1,400 agents, and I'm on track to have a pretty good year so far. So how was it done? The biggest thing I would say I have taken so far was the community that eXp has given me. eXp gets a bad rap for not having an in-person office a lot of the time, but in my opinion, the community that I've found virtually has been better than anything else I could have found out there. There is constant help with transactions. There's constant live trainings. There's constant recorded trainings. Really just anything that I would need as a real estate agent is there, and it's at the tips of my fingers, right? Log onto my computer, anything I need is there. Anybody I want to talk to is there. It makes getting into the business super easy, or it did for me at least. So within that community aspect, you have your sponsoring agent, which is probably a make or break for a lot of people with eXp Realty. So when you join, you have the option to choose a sponsoring agent or to not choose one. I would highly recommend choosing one. Even if you don't know somebody, get in contact with them. You're going to want a sponsoring agent. Why you're going to want one is because of eXp's revenue share. So eXp essentially incentivizes agents to help each other through their revenue share. This doesn't take anything from any individual agent themselves. It's solely paid out of the company, and the company can do that because there's no physical locations. They don't have all this overhead with that. It gives them a little bit more money to pour back into their agents. So your sponsoring agent hopefully will help you with training. They'll help you get on your feet, help you get the ball rolling. They'll put you in front of the right people. They're going to give you blueprints to be successful, tell you what you need to focus on right away, tell you what to kind of avoid, and just really help guide you into being the successful agent you want to become. So for me, the community I've aligned with, my sponsoring agent, and all the other mentors that I've found within eXp have been a huge part to my success. And while I think I would have been successful elsewhere, I don't know if it would have been to this magnitude it's been so far. All right, on top of the community and the cloud-based system and everything that's involved with that, as mentioned, having a blueprint when you first join or first get into real estate was huge for me, and it really just laid out everything I needed to focus on. So, those first couple months, you don't know anybody, nobody knows you. All your immediate family and friends see that you're in real estate probably if you're posting on social media, but aside from that, you really have to get out there and talk to people and build those relationships and get involved in the community and all those kinds of things. So having a literal blueprint that lays out everything you need to do, down to social media posts, to how much hours to spend on cold calling or whatever it is, was huge to my success within those first 6 months, when you're really just trying to build any sort of momentum possible. So another huge part to my success with eXp Realty, personally and financially, has been the broker splits. So eXp has an 80-20 split. So 80% of the commission goes to the agent, 20% goes back to eXp Realty. This does come with a little asterisk next to it, right? So there is a $16,000 cap. So essentially, once eXp has made $16,000 from that 20% cut that they take, then you are at 100% split through the rest of that year. So for me, I joined mid-February, so my year technically started in March. In my first year, I hit my cap that following February, so through the rest of that month, I was at 100%. This was in my first year. So obviously within those first couple months, I didn't really have much going on because I was brand new to real estate. So the second year should be, hopefully, knock on wood, a little bit better. Um, Outside of that, eXp Realty does have the revenue share program, as mentioned. So this essentially can make eXp 100% brokerage. If you have a handful of other agents that you're aligned with that are also doing deals, eXp Realty will be paying you out for those as well. If you can hit your cap early, be at 100% on top of that revenue share income that you're going to be generating, you're more than making 100% on any transactions that you're doing. Outside of all of that, one of my biggest successful lead generations so far have been referrals from other agents within the company. So again, eXp has a huge community online. Within that, there's constantly referrals being sent out to other agents within the community. So if somebody out in California knows somebody that's moving to Chicago and I'm able to connect with them, essentially they'll send me a referral fee for working with whoever it is moving out here. I'll take the rest, I'll help out their client, and everybody wins. So for me, and having that blueprint that's laid out how to get in contact with these people and knowing exactly what to say and how to handle it and how to really help out their client, more importantly, has helped me build a huge network of referral agents, and really just helped me build that momentum that any new agent needs when they're first starting out. Outside of that, there is also a handful of scripts for cold calling, door knocking, anything that you're going to need a script for, essentially, when it comes to trying to prospect for clients. So, again, having those scripts laid out to me right at the very beginning of my career helped me build that momentum and really just feel comfortable in everything I was doing. Obviously, as a brand new agent, you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable cold calling and trying to talk to somebody about real estate when you've only been doing it for 2 months or however long. But that repetition and that constant communication with your sponsoring agent or mentor or whoever it is really just helps solidify everything that you're working on and makes you comfortable with it all in the end. And then the last biggest item that I would say I've taken from eXp Realty is the in-person events. So again, eXp gets this bad rap that, we're a cloud-based brokerage, there's no community and this and that. But I found that to be far from the truth. So outside of all the online communities that I'm a part of and all of the people I've networked with from those, medias, there's also a ton of in-person events. So I think within my first 3 months in the company, I went to a shareholders meeting or shareholders event down in Orlando, Florida. I think it was at, met a bunch of people in person, networked with a bunch of like-minded people. There was a bunch of in-person trainings, all that kind of stuff. And it was just a great way to really just dive into the community even more, learn from my peers, connect with everybody, and just really see what all these other successful agents were doing with their business and learn how I could transfer that to mine. So, so in summary, I mean, so in summary, my biggest takeaway from eXp Realty is really just the structure of the company itself. The fact that you have a sponsoring agent who is kind of incentivized by your success, and their sponsoring agent is incentivized by your success, and their sponsoring agent is incentivized by your success, and so on and so on. It creates this community of agents who all want you to succeed. So take this versus a local brokerage with a traditional model where essentially every agent is just kind of competing against each other. Um, it really helps build this community of agents who want to help each other. And I think that's really been the biggest part to my success. Um, Being surrounded by agents that want you to succeed and they like seeing you succeed and they're going to help you succeed. That's unmatched in our industry, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen. Um, and I don't know if I'd be here without that. So overall, within my first 14 months with eXp Realty, I have been super happy with the results so far. I think my business is on the right path to be successful down the road, and I'm excited for what's to come. So if you guys have any questions at all, or need help with your business, or you're just getting started, feel free to drop a comment. I'll leave my contact info below. I would love to help you guys get started if that's what you're doing, or just connect. So I'll talk to you guys soon.